Next Friday, in the icy expanse of Alaska, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin will stand face to face for the first time in 7 years, and the reason why could change the future of the war in Ukraine. The meeting comes with whispers of secret peace terms, shocking territorial deals, and then a deadline that could unleash massive U.S. sanctions. But is this the start of peace, or a dangerous play that could backfire on the entire world? On Friday night, Donald Trump dropped a bombshell on Truth Social, announcing he'll meet Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska on August 15th. It's not just another political photo op. This will be Putin's first trip to U.S. soil in nearly a decade, and the first time the two leaders have met since 2018. The timing is no accident. The announcement landed on the very day Trump set as his deadline for Putin: make peace in Ukraine, or face crippling U.S. sanctions. For supporters, this is a bold move toward ending the war. For critics, it's a risky gamble that could change the global balance of power. Behind closed doors in Moscow this week, Putin's team laid out a plan to Trump's foreign envoy, Steve Witkoff, and it's nothing short of explosive. The deal? Russia would halt its war in exchange for Ukraine permanently giving up the eastern Donbas region and Crimea territories, already under Russian control. On paper, it sounds like a ceasefire, but it would also lock in Russia's territorial gains, effectively rewarding the invasion. The proposal would freeze current battle lines, stop further offensives, and at least for now, silence the guns. But here's the catch. Some European officials believe it's less about peace and more about dodging Trump's promised sanctions. And the details? Still murky, leaving the world to wonder what's really on the table in Alaska. Across Europe, alarm bells are ringing. To many leaders, this proposal isn't a peace plan. It's a dangerous precedent. One senior official put it bluntly: if you reward land taken by force, you invite more wars. The fear is clear. Recognizing Russia's control over Donbass and Crimea could send a signal that invasions work, encouraging future aggression not just in Ukraine, but anywhere Moscow sees an opening. And the deal leaves big questions unanswered. What about the other occupied regions, like Zaporizhzhia and Kherson? What about Putin's demand to keep Ukraine out of NATO forever? For Europe, the Alaska summit could be less about ending a war and more about setting the rules for the next one. Despite the warnings from European allies, Trump is charging ahead. In public and private, he's pressing Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to smooth the path toward an agreement, even though ceding territory would require changing Ukraine's constitution. For Trump, speed is the priority. We're getting very close to a deal, he told reporters, brushing off concerns about the long-term risks. Behind the scenes, his envoy Steve Witkoff has been telling European officials that Putin's offer is a step in the right direction, and that bigger issues can be settled later, once the fighting stops. To Trump, Alaska isn't just a meeting. It's the moment to close the deal. No matter how high the stakes, this Alaska summit isn't just another diplomatic handshake. It's one of the most high-profile meetings between U.S. and Russian leaders in years. Trump and Putin have faced off 6 times before, mostly at international summits, but their last one in Helsinki in 2018 became infamous. That meeting sparked controversy after Trump appeared to side with Putin over U.S. intelligence agencies, triggering a political firestorm back home. Now, with war raging in Ukraine and tensions at an all-time high, this face-to-face could either pave the way for peace or ignite an even bigger crisis. The world will be watching closely as these two powerful figures meet in the remote Alaskan wilderness next week. As the world waits for August 15th, the Alaska summit stands as a crossroads, a moment where history could be rewritten. Will Trump and Putin broker a peace that finally ends years of conflict, or will this meeting deepen divisions, leaving uncertainty and tension in its wake? One thing is clear: the decisions made in those icy Alaskan halls won't just affect Ukraine or the U.S. They'll ripple across the globe for years to come. Stay tuned, because next week could change everything.